First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone, honors and salutations to the elect, to the men that died doing the work of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, to the Shadabas first. To the men, women, and children that believe in the true name of the Father and the Son. The Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer. Because come and deliver us out of this captivity that we're in. This is the Church of Philadelphia, once again on the highways and hedges, coming to prophesy the downfall of this place. Now, you know it as America, you know, we know it as Babylon, mystery Babylon, the daughter of the Chaldeans, Nineveh, all these things that the Bible speaks of. Which a lot of you people, you can't get it because the Lord's not dealing with you. You know, just like the headliner, you know, what's that? The thumbnail that we have up there is a Bible ball, man. That's what we want. You know, DTA, and you know what those initials stand for if you're in the know. You know, we're tired of this place. We want salvation. All right. Tired of coming out of our houses every day, seeing all this wickedness go on day after day after day. But guess what? The Heavenly Father, right? He already orchestrated this thing for a certain time. You know? Matter of fact, can you grab me 2nd Ezra 9, start at verse 1, Bible Kashan? Take it back into the, you know, you got to measure the time diligently. You know? That's your basically that's your alarm clock, man. The things that you see in this place, the things that you see in this world. All right. How you know it's coming to an end. A lot of people saying, "Oh, damn," and they don't even know why they're saying it. You know, they like, "Damn, yo, time is speeding up." You know, this is the end of the world. Everybody's talking like that right now. But end of what world, though? That's what you don't understand. The end of what world and what world is to come after that. That's what we're here to tell you. And that's why Esau wants you to crash out, go crazy, and do just all type of dumb shit right now because he knows if you do that, if he can convince you that it's nothing after this, he got you. You know? You got it, bro.
Done. I got 2nd Ezra 9.
Okay.
I got a swift one real quick. It links up with 2nd Ezra 9 with the measurement. Real quick, 2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 37. It says, by measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times, and he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
So what's that telling you right there? When the Lord, from the beginning of time, you know, like Yahweh Shah is known as what? The Alpha and Omega, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It was a measuring stick where he measured out the whole times from Babylon, ancient Babylon, to what you see right here. On the Babylonian Empire, all right, to the Medo-Persian Empire, through the Grecian Empire, through the Roman Empire, and guess where we at right now? The American Empire. But all these different nations right here, which you have in Daniel, right? It's telling you, it's basically giving you a time period of what happened. That's why it's important to go into history when you go into these scriptures. All right? But it says, measure the time diligently. So when the Lord created everything, he measured the time. Oh, this empire is going to rule for this long. After that, he's going to tear it down. Then he's going to set up another empire. After they rule, then he sets that down. He sets up another empire. So on and so forth. To all you heathens on this planet, y'all got a piece of Israel, man. A part in keeping us captive. You know, when you look at our people, look at it, they're degenerates, man. You look at it, they're lost causes, man. And they don't even know what's going on, man. They don't understand. They don't understand what's going on. You can sit here and tell them personally. That's why we know this message is not for everybody, man. It's for a few good men, man. That's it. You know? But everybody is signed up to go to the military and this, that. We already signed, bro. When the Lord brought us to this thing, he signed us up. That's why I told you what. We got a number. 144,000 men. 12,000 out of each tribe. You know? And what I'm saying is these days are numbered. All right? When you start seeing the things that's going on, you're like, oh shit, that's another step closer. That's why brothers right now, you supposed to be on fire for the Lord, man. You know? Like last week we had a situation where we couldn't get out here, and that's my fault. I'll take full responsibility for that. You know? But right now you're supposed to be on fire for the Lord because you know he's coming back. Right when everybody think he's not coming back, that's when he's going to appear. That's why he's known as the thief, man. He's coming to snatch away what y'all think is right. You know? Go ahead, brother. Slap.
The second Ezra, chapter 9, verse
Long-winded.
1,
Right.
says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the times diligently in itself.
So see that, measure the times diligently. Now when you go into diligent, that means you want it. You know? There's brothers out there. Listen,
Watch me.
yeah, country, exactly. No, he set us up. You know? Wherever he puts you at, whatever region of this of Babylon or the sector of the earth that you're put at, the Lord puts you there as a watchman if you're one of those, man. And you got to stay on point with it. You know, to warn the people, like what Ezekiel. That's what we're doing. We're out here blowing the trumpet. We're warning the people. Whether they hear or whether they forbear, man. The same way that the ancient prophets did it in the ancient time. Prophecies must be fulfilled. Prophecies were spoken of in the ancient time, all the way to now, and it's still in prophesying. It's still going on right now. Because what we're doing, we're prophesying the downfall of this place, bro.
Like Jeremiah, when he said, the prophets of old prophesy against, many countries.
That's right. That's right, brother.
But the Lord changed not. So
That's right.
all them, and then you got to know what to watch for.
Come. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So all these distractions
Yeah,
going on.
right.
People don't know what's going to fail. The AI, all this information that they're trying to cover up. The candy coat, certain information going out. You know, so that leaves people in a dead state. You know what's going on for them. It says, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I had told thee before.
See that? That's what's that? That goes into what? Prophesying.
What?
Which you have told you before. Because the ancient prophets prophesied about this place going down and it's coming up. But they didn't know what they were seeing. You know? The Lord gave them that insight. They didn't even know about no World War I, World War II. John the Revelator. He was given that vision. And look what he had to go through. You on the the island of Patmos, man. They beat you brutally. And then just like what they say, you go pour salt in somebody's wound. That's what they did because the island of Patmos was a salt region, man. Yeah, cut a salt mine. So they beat him down bad and threw him on the island of salt. And guess what? What the scriptures say, we are the salt of the earth, man. So the Lord always gonna heat. Hey man, the Lord is decent, man. You know? And you gotta understand that. You got it, brother.
It said, verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the eyes will begin to visit the world which you made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people.
So how many earthquakes have you seen in the past month? Look at Venezuela. Look at Thailand, I believe. All over there too. Look at how many, and when it says, you can even go into Matthew the 24th chapter when it talks about earthquakes in diverse places. Diverse means in regions that you wouldn't have thought of it, but it's going to be like back to back to back to back to back. You ain't never had that many earthquakes like that. Yeah, cut. Oh, yeah, cut. And that's how you know that we're about to be delivered. Lord's willing, we be a part of that number. You know? That's your measuring stick. Right there. For the ones that know and the ones that don't know, hey, that's on you. But you've been warned. And that's what a prophet's job is to do. To come out here and want to prophesy to the wind. We don't care who's not listening. It's all about who is listening. And you got to put it on camera. Why? Because that's going into the unicorn. They said their words went into the ground, man. And it was heard through all four corners of the earth. How do you do that? They didn't do that back then. And that's in the book of Romans, man, you know? And in the book of Psalms. The sound went out. You don't physically got to get up. Because back then, the apostles, the prophets, and all that, they traveled around, spreading the word. The Lord told them to do this. How you doing now? You're doing it via your house, the internet, the unicorn, man. You know? You're doing that with the unicorn.
You got brothers waking up.
That's right.
To the four corners of the earth.
That's right.
Prophesying those lands.
That's right. Yup. That's right, brother.
That's a global thing.
That's right.
It's not like just, the prophets of old that we read about was in that region, in that kingdom, in that land. Now we're all over.
That's right. That's right.
So it says, therefore,
Go ahead, brother.
verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee,
That's right.
even from the beginning.
Yeah, so from the beginning of time, going into Genesis. Why do you think that Yahweh Shah is known as the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end? He was the first spirit ever created. The Lord gave him the blueprint to everything. But he still had to come through his reincarnation. Just the same way we have to. You know? And the same thing we was doing in the ancient time, we're doing right now. Prophesying to the people. And if we're false prophets, the things that we're saying it will come to naught. So we're going into the book and digging it out and telling you what's going to happen through the book. You got niggas in the world that talk about, man, everything in my life was already written. You got enough sense to know that. But when it comes down to this, you want to turn the deaf ear to it. Which is cool. Because it ain't for everybody. The message is not for everybody, man.
But see, even Esau knows that. It tells you in Revelation 12:12.
Right.
You're going to come down having great value.
Right.
Because he knows that you have a
Short
short
time, here you go. That's measurement. Because he sees, he knows the as well. Say like, yo, our time is almost up, man. Fuck it. But they say the captain goes down with the ship. So now he got to try to distract and deceive everybody that he can. And he's going to throw everything your way. That's why I'm going into the book of Ephesians, man. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Arachaha Kodash. You know? And I want to do a video on this prayer I got. Just was looking through my prayer book, and I found it, and it's fitting for this time. It's a prayer for discipline. You know, a prayer for more discipline. These are the things that you're supposed to be praying for right now, while the rest of the world is going haywire, man. And it goes triple unto me, because I'm speaking. You know? You got it, brother.
Right. It says, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world
That's right.
had a beginning and an end.
That's right.
And the end is manifest.
That's right.
Even so, just like in the scriptures, I believe that's in Habakkuk.
Right.
It says, the end shall speak in our
That's
lives.
right. Yep. The vision is up for an appointed time.
Because we're seeing prophetic events happen that our foremothers and forefathers never witnessed.
Right.
They witnessed the basics like riots, famines, wars, calamities of that nature.
Right.
But the Third World War, The MOTB, the Hour of Temptation,
Right, yep.
you know, that has a kingdom past.
That's right. Yeah,
In anybody's lifetime.
that's right.
And we're seeing it now.
And what Jake always say, not even just Jake, people in particular. Oh, it's never going to happen in my lifetime. You don't think the Romans said that shit?
Right.
You don't think the Grecians said that? You don't think the ones in Sodom and Gomorrah and the surrounding cities said that? You don't think the ones in Noah's time said that? Why? Because they ain't wanted that to happen in their lifetime because they knew how wicked they was deep down inside. We want this thing to happen. Brothers is tired of sinning, man. Brothers is just tired, period. But even though you're tired, you still can't give up, man.
Right.
Brothers tired of this flesh. This flesh is sin. It's weak. It's corruptible. That's the importance of praying to the Lord, man. Staying locked in with Yahweh B'Hashem outside, B'Hashem Arachah HaKodash, man.
That's right.
That's the only way. That's the only salvation for what's coming to America, man. And you've been warned, so you can't say you ain't hear it. You know? So when everything starts happening, don't ask why these things are happening, because you've been told about them. And now it's in mainstream media, mainstream news, all that. World War III, all this was that. Now you're seeing everything getting bombed over there. Yeah, you've seen it before. You've seen places get bombed, but this is on a different level. Even with the World Cup, them niggas ain't even want to shake down on Trump, man. I think it's Spanish.
Yeah.
They ain't even want to shake that man's hand. So what? They're saying they shall hate the whore. Babylon, he's the king of the whore right now.
Oh, you mentioned that. The beloved Apostle Paul just did a quick lesson earlier today.
That's this shit. Cottage cheese ass. That's America. Cottage cheese ass.
Turkey is now supplying Iran.
See that? Yo.
You know, that's a big deal. And they're a little ally.
And then those are the ones that's going to hit you.
Eventually, yeah, man. They eventually got over. And this says,
Set it up. Set it up.
yep.
Well, you said Turkey, right? So now let's grab this real fast, because these names right here, right? When we go, I'm gonna read off the 10 horns, right? These all have a part in what you're witnessing right now. These areas, these regions, right? So you got one is Belgium, right? You got Denmark, you got France, you got Italy, you got Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Greece, Spain, and Portugal. Now, who just won the freaking the World Cup? Spain, right? So these things is not coincidental, man. This is a strategic plan from Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. B'Hashem Arachah HaKodash. Right? Check it out. It says you got England, Ireland, and West Germany. All right? You got the 7 heads. This is Germania Major, the Romans, French, Spain, Germania Minor, the British, and the Greeks, man. These are major names that are taking place that's involved in what's going on right now. Like the brother mentioned Turkey. Hold up. I know that's in Ezekiel 38, right? 30 when they talk about cut.
Yeah, because Russia is going to be a defense onto those other Middle Eastern countries during this war, World War. Because now, Israel and America joined forces to go to Iran.
But they've been like that, you know.
Now they're going to be action.
Yeah. Israel, you said Israel and America, right?
Yeah.
So now you go to Obadiah when it tells you about what's that? They shall draw you out from the border. They're drawing them into the war, man. You know, they have deceived them. Because this war that America's going into right now, yo, remember Rocky? You can't win, Rocky. You see him, you know how strong he is. You can't win. You know? America can't win this war. Why? Because it's already been set up. You know?
That's right.
Yeah, bro.
It says, verse 6, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings,
That's right.
in wonders and powerful works, and endings with effects and signs, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed.
See that? By works, by faith, and your belief. That's why I be so heavy on your belief. Heavy. Your belief. What do you believe in? Because a lot of people out here, they don't believe in nothing. They're hopeless. Listen to that song from Tupac. He's like, I'm hopeless. What was it? Troublesome. He said he hopeless, man. But yo, we're here to tell you that you have a hope. If you listen and turn to Yahweh Bashim outside. Bashim Arakakadash. He's the only one that can bring you into this thing, man. That's why it's only for the elect. We ain't out here wasting our time. We're out here being diligent. We're out here doing our duty. You know? We're out here seeking our crown. That's why it's commanded for you. The Lord commanded his disciples, his 70, to go on the highways and hedges. He sent them out by twos and threes. You know? Why did he do that? You don't need a whole big ass army, man. The Lord is about the underworld, man.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's only 144,000? And multitudes. To show his power. To show that he controls everything. Even though, because pride is a motherfucker, man. Like Esau, they got all this pride on them, and they think that because they've been set up to a certain height here on this planet. The same way with the Babylonians, same way with the Romans, same way with the Grecians, the same way with the Persians. They've been set up on high for what? So the Lord to tear it down. The higher you go, the harder you're going to fall. But it's a kingdom coming that's never going to be shut down, man.
That's right.
And that's the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim outside, Bashim Hakadash, who everybody fucking disrespects. And then watching these different shows and everything, I'll be like, yo, man, it be pissing me off because I'm like, yo, this dude know who he is, you know? But he can't say nothing because he's trying to keep things a secret and he gets disrespected and everything. That's the same thing the Lord did, man. When he cast out these demons and this and that, what did he do? He charged the people, told them, don't tell nobody that I've done this thing. And if anything, he said that the Lord did. Yahweh. He told them. But yo, they couldn't stop talking about it because that was like, they never seen him. So look at the fame that he got. The more that you're a leader, the more you're going to want to try to stay up the spotlight, man. A man that's not fit to be a leader, he's going to always want to be in the spotlight. Because you know what comes with that, man.
Yeah, you don't see Donald Trump just walking down the block.
Okay.
Like they in the cut. But him, see, he'll get killed for it.
Okay.
You know, because you have leaders, you have righteous leaders, you got wicked leaders. You know? Like scripture say on King David, he was amongst his folk. But it was on the righteous side. It wasn't no, this man, our people hate him. Even though they vote still. But you get any of these probably Bill Gates come out, you know, with no security. So, but no, but a righteous leader wouldn't want to be among wickedness. You know? It's like it tells you, finding not a multitude to believe.
Right.
You want to separate yourself
That's right.
from this society as much as possible.
That's right.
Now you in it. So you got no choice to go outside, you gotta buy stuff, you gotta talk to people, you know? But to do what they do, that's different.
Huh. Yo, huh.
This is verse 7, it says,
That's a heavy point. You got it, brother.
God, and people will see that. It says, because even Yahushua, it was time that he vanished, but he still had to come around and give the word.
Right.
It says that everyone, no, verse 8 says, shall be preserved from the said perils.
That's right. Yo, preserve, that means it's salvation free. When everybody else being caught up in these calamities, the Lord's going to have the protection around you. So you don't get caught up in that. Why? Because you served him from the beginning. I just did a lesson on sacrifice. You know, right here, like, look what we're doing right now. We're sacrificing our time, we're sacrificing our lives. You know? You got to be that living sacrifice. And guess what? You'll get a reward for that. You got to stay diligent and stay true. And trust in the Lord at all times. And the more you trust in him, the more Satan's going to try to come at you. That's why, once again, going back into that Ephesians, put on a full armor, man. So you got to stay protected. Any man that goes to war, any man that plays sports, like a contact sport, you have to have that protection. This is a spiritual contact thing. So you have to have that protection. Matter of fact, we can grab that next, man. I got a couple shit.
The last verse,
Right.
verse 1. It says, shall be preserved from the said perils, them that live by faith and works. It says, they shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
Right. Yo, so he said, what the Lord said, they shall see his salvation and his borders. Yo, the earth, right now the whole earth is what? Given to the hands of the wicked. Going to Job 9:24. Right? But the Lord is coming to take back all this land, everything that rightfully belongs to him. And that's how you know who's the real owner of something.
The real landlord.
Exactly. Because he could evict them niggas. You know, let them build up.
Right.
Let them do all that. Let them get so profitable. Just like what happened with when you get the Tower of Babel. Everybody spoke the same language. At one point in time, Paleo-Hebrew, and they tried to get so profitable. They wanted to build a tower to the Heavenly Father. They tried to peek in heaven and see. You can't get that high, bro. And that's why the Lord broke up everything, set up different languages and all that, which we know to this day. And now, when you really think about it, they got go over there to Dubai and look at the buildings, how high they built them up. Yeah. And it's one particular building that actually looked like the Tower of Babel. And I believe that's in Dubai. You know,
skyscrapers.
And look how they build up these buildings too. They want to be like the Most High. That shows their arrogance. Go to Jerusalem, Yerushalayim, and look at how tall the buildings are there. Humble joints. They ain't nothing over 2 stories. They ain't supposed to be.
Right.
You know? But that shows the pride of these people. Look at Babylon when they was building up. Look how many people that worked on the iron type of joint that died building these buildings. You know? They were sacrifices.
Your own copyright.
So don't give us no infringements. Even.
This is verse 9. It says, then shall they be in pitiful case,
Right.
which now have abused my ways.
Right. See? The ones that's out here now. It's about to be in pitiful case with the children, the women. It's about to be what they say it's about to be pandemonium on. Is that for Rocky? He's like, yo, it's pandemonium. That's what it's about to be out here. Every man for himself. And who are you going to run to? Ezra's had enough sense to ask him. He said, woe is me, woe is me. Who am I going to run to in those days? That time is right now. This thing is not tarrying no much more longer. And you see how the Lord is moving the chess pieces and all that. Let's look at how the war is sparking off football. Who ordained it? The Lord did that, man. Because it was written of what we're reading right now. Read verse 9 again, brother, son.
Verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case,
Right.
which now have abused my ways,
Right.
and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
Right.
For such as in their life have received benefits
Done.
and have not known me,
Mhm.
and they that have lost my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not but despised it.
That's right, yo, come. See that? So that's what we're saying out here to people. We know that we're going to be hated for what we speak. Just like a couple weeks ago when we came out here, the young boy that came over here, want to stand on his side right next to us like he's down with us. You're not down with us, bro. You want to stand on the same wall and all of a sudden like, yo, bro, you got all this space over here. That's an example of somebody that broke the laws of Yahweh while he yet has liberty. They're able to serve the Lord right now, not the way we want to. You know, we can't celebrate our Shabbats and all that the way we want to. But guess what? The Lord, He opened your mind and your eyes back to your heritage. So when you hear it and you reject it, you're rejecting Him. Man. You're not just rejecting the men that stand in front of you. They're just vessels, which can easily be put down. You could never kill Yahweh, man. That's why He's the ultimate king, and He puts His men up. And what you did, you slaughtered him. You know? But real quick, back my brother up. This is the book of This is the book of Slack. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 16. I'm gonna start at verse 1. As soon as this goes up, all right. It says the Pharisees test Yahweh, but it says Jesus. All right, it says the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting desired him that he would shew them a sign from heaven. You know, and that's why people always come out here talking shit. Oh, y'all still out here. But a lot of people, they dig it. They like, damn. They see the difference of how it was maybe 15, 20 years ago. I see that good 20 years ago. The prophets wasn't out here heavy like they are now. The Great Awakening has came. Matter of fact, going back before 2000, that's when them devils really woke up and was like, oh shit, these niggas waking up. Look at, they got the sign, how did y'all find this? The apostles will tell you that. You know? So they really like, man, they know what's going on, man. They know. And they're scared, they're trembling in fear. Especially right now. More so right now. All right? Back in Matthew chapter, book of Matthew, St. Matthew chapter 16, verse 2, it says, he answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowered. O ye hypocrites, Ye can discern the face of the sky, but can you not discern the signs of the times? You know? And that's what, Yahweh shot. Because look, you can wake up, cut on your news channel. They say, the weather's going to be like this in another 15 minutes, and the flood watching this, that. But can they discern the signs of the times? Because they thinking everything's going to stay the same. But somehow America's going to win this war and it's going to go back to, no, it's not going to happen like that, man. You know? Verse 8, this is verse 4, back in St. Matthew chapter 16, verse 4 says, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And he left them and departed. Come on, man.
Right, that's prophecy. The brothers that's prophesying in the name.
That's right.
Of Yahweh Shem Yahushua,
Right.
rising up.
That's right.
Speaking to people.
That's right.
Breaking down scriptures that Jake is not familiar with.
That's right. Yep.
Within these religions, these Christian churches, mosques, these temples.
Right. Prime example, that John 3:16. Right. That's all they want to spit. John 3:16. You know?
The Lord always set a sign using his method. And then when you see things start to occur, then what? Then shall they know that a prophet is among them. Like, them things is right. You should have. Because Jake always had that spirit of, I believe it's my spirit. But when you do see it's going to be too late. That's when all hell's going to break loose. That's why earlier you said the brothers like, you're watching. I know what to watch for.
That's right. That's what we just did. He said, you can discern that the sky is going to be like this today. Every man that come on the crib, even if you don't watch the news, you'll look at the sky like, oh, damn, it looks like it's about to be crazy. Well, we're giving you spiritual weather, man.
Yeah, right.
We're spiritual weathermen, if you will. Because we're telling you the season that's coming. It's the time and the place for everything under the sun. What the scriptures tell you. Right now it's the time of war. It's not going back to normal. And y'all been saying this shit since the first pandemic, man. I hope everything goes back. No, it didn't, and it hasn't. So when you're going to get the memo? When you're going to get the picture? That we've been telling you the truth all this time, man. You know? Can't say that a man from the Church of Philadelphia lied to you about what's to come. You know? That's what the
It's Isaiah, to back you up, Isaiah chapter 45, verse 19 says, I have not spoken in secret in a dark place of the earth. I said unto the seed of Jacob, seek ye me in vain. I, the Lord, speak righteousness. I declare things that are right.
That's right. What he's saying, declare things that are right. And you people been bamboozled so much, hoodwinked, that you think a lie is the truth, man. And you walk around believing in lies because it sounds better than the truth. When the truth is just plain and simple. It's only one way to tell the truth, and that's to tell it. They tell you every day how they had you slaves and all that, man. They show you, their injustices and everything that they do to y'all niggas, and y'all still trying to kiss their ass. Instead of standing up for your nation. Look at that. They say, all my sons. All my sons. Moving and stories. That's what the Lord is about to do to all his sons, man. All his sons, the sons of Israel. The elect. The 144,000 chosen. 12,000 out of each tribe. You know? Lord is always moving, and He's moving forward. It's not going back. No man can turn back the times at the hands of time. You know? That's why the Lord said what? He's speeding things up. All right? Go ahead, bro.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 104, verse 9. Thou hast set a bound that they may not pass over,
All right, yeah.
that they turn not again to cover the earth.
That's right. Yeah, so they're never going to rule again. After this time period that they have right now, they're never coming back to rule again. They're not going to sit in a seat of authority. All right? The Lord set their bounds. Even, look how decent the Lord is, how when you go down to the ocean or the shore, when you see the waves come and hit land, they only go to a certain spot and then recede. But they got all that, the whole ocean and everything. The Lord gave them all that. But when it comes to land, it got a certain point that they can go to. So how much more of a society that's ran by the Edomites, man?
Right. It's that, I believe in Psalms 49 and 11, how they desire, in other words, they desire their land to continue.
Yeah, kind of. Yep. Yeah, they're inward thoughts.
Right.
Pass on the lands,
Right, now that's something else.
Go ahead, bro.
The book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 2, it says, I'm going to start at 1. It says, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit,
That's right.
and the cage of every unclean bird.
That's right. Every unclean bird, every foul, detestable spirit. It's right here, man.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication,
Right.
and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
And that means their deals, their policies, the democracy. What's another joint? When they be like, the treaties. Oh, your tariffs. Because they all the things that everything that Babylon is bringing to these other nations, they're starting to hate this place.
Got the G7 summits.
God,
They have all the kings of the earth get together.
Yup. And they like, Babylon is on some bullshit. Y'all niggas must be stopped. And that's the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Hashem Arashah HaKodash putting it on these other nations to do business. You got it, bro.
God, it says, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
That's right. So, a lot of different nations, they do a lot of trade with Babylon. That's why when you look at your clothes and everything, it says made in Taiwan, made in China, made here, made there. A lot of things is not right here. And Nero, what he want to do, he's trying to bring things back here to be made, but you sending them out. But that's just his own minute thinking. But the Lord gave him that mindset, and it comes from his higher ups. Man. He's not the shot caller for real. He's the one behind the scenes. The face, if you will. But even there right now, they're scared to death.
Right?
They're in division, man.
Because Iran has been attacking their bases heavy.
Cut.
Because you got to think, right? For a nation to build their bases everywhere around the world, it's easily targeted now. So it says, and the merchants of Of the earth I waxed through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven say, Come out of my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
So what that mean?
Yep.
Come out of her. Not you gotta come out of her spiritually. That's the part. Like yo, when you turn back to your heritage, going into what's that? The Luke 4 and 28. Venus dog, if you could grab that real quick, remember? Venus dog return to him seeking 10 times more. You know? But you have to, this thing is about endurance, man. Longevity. Discipline. You know? Because it's easy to fall by the wayside. Look at all these distractions out here. And that's what they set up for. That's why the ones that stand so sticky for the name, they're the ones that's going to be delivered and saved. And get all the spoil of everything, all these nations. That's going to be Israel's spoil. So right now, when you look around, let them have it. Because it was given to them right now. But the only ones that need to be saved is Israel. So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Just like when that dude died. I didn't even fully catch the whole story of the young boy that was playing football that was older than something like that. So they like, oh yeah, this guy, so I'm like, God damn. They're trying to make it seem like the injustices and all that. You niggas don't know who your enemy is now.
Right.
Because you've been taught, you've been brainwashed. You know?
They want to be like that.
That's right, yeah, right. Right.
Say what? You and your father, the lust,
Right.
the lust of your fathers he was doing. So the same lust and the traditions that they bring out, how can your father right along with it? That's why I said, no man can join hands, you have to walk through. But I got it. Baruch, the book of Baruch, chapter 4, the prophet Baruch, chapter 4,
Right.
and verse 28.
Right.
It says, for as it was your mind to go astray
Right, yep.
from Yahweh,
It was your mind. You know? Your lie. Your fucking brain. The goal is to sit around and look at these other nations. But the Lord still puts that thought on you, man. And you want to go a whoring. Like I was talking to this dude, dope boy, man. And he was like, oh, you live a fornicating life. And this. I'm like, damn. I said, bro. If you know what the word fornication means, you would be singing a different tune to me. Because you don't understand. Then they're going to send me he looked it up, he Googled it, he sent me the word. I'm like, bro, listen. I told him straight up, I said, the only way a man can fornicate is if he deals with another man's wife. Other than that, he can have as many women as he wants, as long as they're not betrothed to another man. You know, it's be better to have virgins. So you know for sure. You know? And then I said, no, the women, they the ones that's fornicating. A man commits spiritual fornication by chasing after other gods. Solomon can say that, man. Because what did he do? He built up things to his concubines, gods, man. That's why the scriptures tell you, man, that these women, you know, they turn your heart away from your power with these foreign women, man. These strange women. Because our women are supposed to what? They're under us. What the plus he says, as for me and my house, we will serve your house by Shem Yahushua. As for me and my house. And that's showing a lot, man. Got your back. Yo, stop looking at mine, bro. I saw you. That's some shit.
Reminded me of myself. The rest of yourself like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like us.
We should have brought us out.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, I knew I was coming down here. I thought I had something, but I was like, man, you know what? I'd rather be here than go all the way there. Woo! Yeah. Than go all the way there and miss 30 more minutes. 40 more minutes, actually. Yeah, hell with that. Minutes.
It says Baruch chapter 4, verse 28. It says, "For as it was your mind to go astray
Next 5.
from the prophet Baruch chapter 4, verse 28. For as it was your mind to go astray from Yahweh, so be returned, seek him 10 times more."
That's right. Yeah.
Ah.
So when we come back into the knowledge of this truth, we're supposed to go hard, man. It ain't no letting up. Especially right now. It's the time because you see everything happening. What we was going into earlier, measuring the time diligently. The Lord measured the time we went into different captivities and the time period that they had, like a measuring stick. The Lord is the ultimate measurer. That's why what He told Noah how to build the ark. You know, He gave him specific instructions, certain measurements. I want this to be this long, this height, this cubits, that. Why did He do that? Because He know the animals that He can send, and He know how long that this boat is going to be on in the flood. So He rested it over there in the water to modern day too. You know?
You said 5 Acts 30? Wow, I'm starting at 29.
Right.
This book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, "We ought to obey Yahweh rather than men."
That's right. And that's what we out here doing.
Yeah.
We're listening to Yahweh, Hashem outside, Hashem on top of that. And yeah, you got some dudes that get that just, we don't gotta listen to no man.
Right.
Well, you have the apostles set up, you got elders, you got bishops, you got prophets.
Right.
It's an order. So yeah, you do it. Like when they talk about, the book was written by men. Why? Because you don't want to hear the truth. You want Yahweh to get up his throne and come down here and talk to you grumpy ass niggas.
And if you read Acts 5, you're going to understand that they tried to tell Peter and not to preach in that name. What name? Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
So he's telling them people, hey, we're going to obey these scriptures rather than what you talk about. Everybody, hey, do what you want to do. So if you're trying to use this as saying we don't got to listen to men, use a fool, use a jackass. You know?
Because they'll listen to their professors and
Right, yeah.
They'll listen to the doctors.
But Jake always trying to twist
them
something.
some bullshit prescription.
Yeah.
They'll listen to Esau
Right.
to get the whatever.
Right.
Because you can't go to Yahweh without going through Yahweh Shai first.
All right.
You know?
That's an excellent point, bro. Because and a lot of dudes know this, so they try to. You can't be no malicious ruler. That's why the Lord knows your inward parts. You know, that's why He sets up on high the rulers that He has, because they was already they were given an assignment before who nobody knows about, and they passed it. So the Lord like, yo, look at the compassion, the mercy that He has. The same, he looks for a man that's like himself, man. Why do you think King David is who he is, man? Because he was after the Lord's own heart, man. You know? Why wouldn't the Lord make him the king of Israel underneath Yahweh's side? A man that came in the flesh, just like us. You know? You got 12,000 kings and 12 tribes. 144,000 rulers. The rightful rulers of Yahshua. Who what? Salvation is for. That's what we're going into right now. Like the brother said, man, they tell you don't speak in His name and all that. Well, it's better for us to speak in his name than to talk to Jesus Christ. Because the Lord will fuck us up.
Right. Now that's how a lot of our people was into the Greek fashions,
Right.
calling on these Greek gods.
Right.
You know,
Right.
we even got that now with the days of the month.
Right.
I mean the days of the week, rather. Friday. These names come from Greek, Latin, right? So just like you know, I think it was one dude, Cotton Irving in NBA, where he NBA player, he mentioned how we Israelites. But after that, he started getting shunned or whatever, and he stopped talking about it.
They called him into that meeting. When you get so high up there, they'll tell you we'll take everything from you. And you won't have anything. Right? That's why Yahweh Shemel Shai chose the lowly of this earth. Because what you gonna take from us? We don't have nothing. You know what little bit we have. But that's why it's very hard for a millionaire to do this work.
Right.
Because he's so used to that lavish lifestyle, right? And hey, like the rich man said, hey, I got these riches. The Lord said, leave that behind and follow me, right? He was too rich. That's why you don't see too many people in this truth of ours, right? With $1 million, with all these riches. You're not going to get that because they've been brainwashed to believe that they're what Jesse Jackson said. I'm a somebody. Right? No, we're nothing without Yahweh Bashim Shah. You know? And that's why the Lord said he's going to use the lowly to confound the so-called wise, the so-called rich of this world, the so-called elite. And like, the elders in the past time said, hey, the Lord is not going to choose Jay-Z to do this work, right? Because everybody going to follow Jay-Z. They ain't going to follow Yahweh Bashim Shah. They're going to say Jay-Z bought everybody Yahweh Bashim Shah. That's why when you look at us, you call us Power Rangers. You call us bums, right? You call us uneducated. All types of madness, right? But the true education is in scriptures. Everybody else is actually uneducated and being dumbed down in these universities. Right?
We're actually brainwashed.
Yeah.
In a good way.
In the perfect sense. Yeah. And actually, our brains are washed.
Right.
Yeah. You're actually dumbfounded.
I got a precept to back you up, brother. Yeah. This is the book of St. Luke, chapter 12, and verse number, I'm going to start at verse 19. When you start at 19, it says, and I will say to my soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But God, Yahweh, said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required. Right. That's the same thing now, like storing, they keep building, they keep, making it modernizing their society, right? Eating, marrying, but they don't know, but like earlier the brother said, how the Lord is that thief.
Right.
It says, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided?
That's why you're supposed to always, when we say to each other, we be like, yo, Father Willie, Abba Ratazan, I'll see you tomorrow. Abba Ratazan will have campus. Abba Ratazan with everything. Everything is always Lord's willing. But this guy, what he thought, he had everything stacked up and all that. And that's what these people right now, they're fools. Because they're going out here, stockpiling, grabbing grabbing everything from the market, having it in their house, and there's no guarantee of where you're going to be at when all hell breaks loose. You could be riding down the street coming from work, on the bus, wherever you're at. Then all of a sudden you get the joint on your phone. It's like when it's a storm coming, you get that message. Everybody, oh shit, it's gonna be a flood. They might, you can't go nowhere. Yo, wherever you at, you gotta stay there.
All right.
You know.
Hey.
I'm about to go say you're gonna be like buildings.
Yeah. Hey. Well, that's why the scriptures say also, riches profit nothing in the day of wrath.
Right, bro.
Right. And to those of you who are rich and so-called famous, so-called celebrities, hey, what's the Lord gonna say? You had your consolation because couldn't nobody tell you a damn thing because you think you're somebody in this kingdom, and this is not our rest. So if you're somebody in this kingdom, then you done took the bag, you done sold out, point blank, period.
What the scripture says, if the world loves you,
Right.
there'll be other worlds.
Yeah.
Look at Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
Like he's this close from bankruptcy.
Right. All of them are.
So now
All of
he's
them
with
have
them.
millions of dollars.
They die.
All these
Poor.
athletes, all these
They die.
celebrities, and they die poor.
Here's the point. Verse 21. It says, so is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich toward Yahweh.
Lay up treasure for themselves.
Ah,
Right? When Yahweh Shah said, hey, leave that and follow me.
right.
Oh, make too much money. You know? That's how Jake is today. That's why all them people that were so-called celebrities talk about Yahweh Shah, talk about Yahweh Shah, and then they get that they go to that meeting and you don't hear nothing about it. Yeah, you don't hear nothing from them. No
Well,
more.
Their bunkers and
Right.
all that good stuff. That's why the scriptures tell you now about somebody who tries to save their life.
Right.
Shall lose
Lose
it.
it.
Because what do you say over here? That's already going. That's
Right.
this place is destroyed already.
Right.
We just got to go through the process. You know what's written. You can't even save your own life.
Right.
You know. Look at Job.
Hey, see, that's why
24.
that's adultery, right? And that's why these little guys get put to death, right? Right.
He just committed fornication.
Right. She's a married woman.
He said, "Fuck your boyfriend."
Right. Well, that's what Jake loved, right? I done took your girl. Hey, not knowing that you have committed a sin worthy of death.
And, you know all the music and
Yeah.
shit they
Oh,
do.
that's what they talk about. I got your girl.
Yeah,
They promote that. Yeah, that's
Fucking
just
not
a wicked
keep up
world.
with
Right.
So you got that line.
Yeah.
That's what your interests are. Who you be with. That's crazy.
And then people blame Jake when they find out and they blow your brains out, right?
Yo, just like there's an instance at my job, man. And then, these dudes still talk about it to this day. Security dude. He was dealing with this woman, nigga woman. And I guess she had a dude in the same apartment complex that she was dealing with. He had the keys to her crib. The boy that did what he did, he told him, he was like, listen, man, leave that woman alone. She's taking this day. Jake, fuck that up. So now you're in the bed with the woman. Dude came in, fucking killed you. Stayed there till the cops came. You got locked up. But he warned you. You know? Jealousy is the rage of a man. You know? What's up, bro? Jealousy. That's right, brother. Hey, man.
He said that part. He said,
he said jealousy is the rage of a man.
Won't happen in the kingdom.
That's the scripture. That boy probably had to.
He probably got raped. That nigga, that's how shit happens. And Esau got paid for that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Esau got paid for that. That go back to slavery, the buck breaking. They did that to the men of Yasharala, man. The sons of Zion, man. You think there's no consequence for that, man?
That's why they got prison stuff the way they do too.
They want you to be like that.
Push that. Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy, bro.
Yeah.
God, man.
You said Hebrews 8. There's a book of Hebrews chapter 8, verse 8.
One that should have about the bricks and all that. You know what I'm saying? The niggas that got all that bread now,
All right,
you got it.
got your consolation.
Yeah, because
You lived it up,
first
right?
of all, who you pray to get there?
Right.
Right.
Now, and they got so blatant in your face with the Grammys. I don't even watch this shit anymore. This is fucking corny. And then the Oscars and all that, they're giving you an idol, man. A corruptible crown. That's what you work for your whole life to get that fucking statue.
Right.
That's crazy. That's
That
crazy.
makes-
Yeah.
Hey, well, you
You
think
go to
about
the
it.
NBA to
Yeah.
fucking win the championship just to get a golden basketball and a trophy. And once you sit it on the shelf, it gets rust.
Right.
It fucking gets dust on it.
Right, right.
Who's got plenty of them joints? So you know what I'm
Right.
talking about.
It don't mean a damn thing. None of it.
And
None
they
of them
richest popular.
degrees. None of them nothing.
That's
Don't
right.
mean it. Nothing. This is what means everything. Scripture.
And a lot of people let this sit in their house and get dust on that.
Right.
Yeah, they leave it open.
Right. Right.
On their favorite
Same
scripture.
page.
Yo,
Same page for
this is
30
my
years.
favorite scripture.
They don't know.
Yeah.
Don't even know the scripture.
Yeah.
Don't even know how to break it down. Right.
The Lord blesses my house.
Don't even know how to break it down. But yeah. Well, think about it. How many people that is in truth and sincerity in this faith of ours making millions of dollars a year.
They, well, not in sincerity.
No, I'm talking about in truth and sincerity. That's the difference.
Oh, none.
That's the distinction,
None.
right? None. I don't know one.
To tell you, man. Listen,
That's doing the work, right?
Right. None.
they try to rob you though.
Yeah,
They try like a motherfucker.
right.
Yo, every man has his price. Well, you know what?
Well, this
And
my
yo,
this
guess
the
what?
price
They
right here.
They right. Because every man do have his price. And the price of a prophet, he already knows
Death.
It does.
Death.
Yeah. That's why the scriptures tell you. What's that? Revelations 2:10, I believe. Be faithful until death.
Yeah.
They give you a crown
Your
of life.
crown of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I just quote that.
Right.
Revelations 2:10. You know, be faithful until death, man. Was it not Yahweh Shah faithful until his death?
We chasing his crown, not that dirty, filthy bag.
Exactly.
That's full of holes. Anyway,
Right, it's-
like somebody gonna beg you for some damn toilet paper. That's what it is.
And
Straight
these people,
up.
yo, these people are down for that shit.
Yeah.
Just to be on camera. Just to be this great, whoever the hell, man. You know? And they teach you that. But they gear it towards Jake.
Right.
They don't teach their children the same shit. They teach them like, yo, you're a ruler. These are your slaves.
Right.
And that's the mentality that they have. That's the difference between them and us right now in this society. But we know that. So now when you are aware of that, you're like, hold up, man. Nah, this shit don't add up. And the Lord open your eyes, now you're an uppity nigga.
Right. Hey, man, don't let Jake get up on another Jake too, boy. Woo!
Yeah,
They gonna get you
that's right.
and think they the king, right? And all you're doing is your master's work.
That's right.
Master eyes are gonna get him.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah.
What's that song with life? He's like, yeah. He said, you. That's what he say. You know, son is like, don't mess with me. He's like, cause I's not nice like bones. Yo,
Right, that's how Jake is, like crabs in a barrel spirit, man. As soon as he think he got a little bit of power, hey, he you know, put his foot on his own brother's neck rather than lifting him up, right? You rather put your foot on your own brother's neck than lifting him up. That's Jake, man. That's the curse.
Right.
It says, the book of Hebrews, chapter 8, verse 8.
Right.
For finding fault with them, he saith,
Matter of fact, start at
this book of Hebrews, chapter 8, verse 6. But now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry,
there you go.
by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant.
That's the Howard side, man. You got the ultimate ministry.
Right.
You go to all these churches, all that. Yo, you got the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Arachapadash. You got the greatest ministry
Yeah.
in the universe.
Yeah, you a zillionaire in the spirit.
Yeah,
Forget that
All this
million,
shit can't
billion,
hold you.
trillion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was listening to Jay-Z the other day. Man. Now we talking about that. Was that John Trouble? I said, I done got in trouble again. He was like, he said, son, he said, you paper chasing. He said they hate it. He said, he said, you on the pace to make it. So I'm about to be a billionaire. You're still a fucking broke ass nigga compared to the Rothschilds. You can't afford to feed and clothe everybody on this planet and still be great.
Right.
That'll make you bankrupt. So you's a broke ass nigga. When Queen Elizabeth was alive, yo, the Rothschilds and all that, the DuPonts and what's the let's say the Bilderbergs or something like that. The Oppenheimers, them, those families, these families have enough money to do that.
Yeah, Rockefeller.
Yeah, the Rockefeller, yup. The Rockefellers, all that. They got enough money to go. They can feed and clothe everybody. Be like, nigga, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Exactly. And still be straight.
Right.
And still be able to run shit. That's what the Lord gave them, man. You know? Take it easy, brother.
Yeah, that's real wealth. When
Yeah,
you
exactly.
truly own.
Yeah.
When you truly have ownership.
You can walk into a building, this is my shit.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and that's heavy because what did Yahushua say? Render the Caesar with the Caesar.
That's
Right.
right.
Right? Because
Exactly.
Yahushua fed 5,000, 4,000
Who could do that?
with nothing.
Right.
Exactly.
In a sense of like,
damn.
in a sense of like, yo, he didn't go, come on, let's go to the market.
Right.
I'm a buy. No, he was just like,
They
with
was
two
in the
goals,
desert. They was in the
yeah.
desert. That's real wealth, man. Yo,
Yeah.
read that. Bro.
And hey, just turn around. Look at Qdoba, right? It's not about who owns this franchise, it's who owns the damn building. Because guess what? Qdoba paying rent. You worry about somebody who owns this franchise.
Okay, yeah.
That's small money.
Right.
Who that company paying rent to in this building, right? that's who you don't know.
Yeah, that's like
That's who
the
you
boy
don't
came
know.
out here and told us, yo, man, y'all can't be out here
Oh,
teaching.
yeah.
He said, because if the owners call, I'm going to have to remove that.
Yeah, listen, man, get out.
It. Yo,
Yeah.
the couch is fake.
Right. I said, man, nobody trying to hear none of that.
You just wanted something to say to
Right.
somebody, man.
Right. Then you gonna bully somebody. So we supposed to be scared now. Right? Hey, we men of the Lord. He doesn't give us a spirit of fear. So you go ahead and do what you gotta do. We're gonna be out here next week. He might have came out here one other time, and then that's it. We ain't seeing him no more.
Yo, how many people we saw come and go?
Right. Exactly. All that woofing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we done been there and done that, big guy.
Wolf chick.
Yeah, you can put the muscles back in your pocket.
You got it, bro.
Yeah. It says, but now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better
See
promises.
that now the first covenant was given to us at Mount Sinai. It was written in stone from the Lord's own hand. The law, statutes, and commandments he wrote in stone. Why did he do that? Because the hearts of the men at that time were stone, hard-headed, still to this day. This flesh, the Lord already knew what he already had set up. The new, that's why I say he's the minister of a new covenant, a better ministry, where it's going to be stuck on your inward parts. You know, we ain't going to be doing the calendars. No, oh, damn, what's this holy day and this thing? No, you're going to already know it. It's going to be instilled in you. Same way these people celebrate their little holidays and all that shit, you're going to know them to the T. And you're going to know how to celebrate them to the T. That's good.
And you're going to be able to celebrate them
Right.
to the T.
Because guess what? Ain't nobody
Right.
going to be able to tell you because you're going to be in ministry.
Right. You got to
Now,
go
look,
to work,
here,
right?
Right here in
Or you-
Babylon.
yeah,
What they
all
do
that.
Christmas. Oh, we shut down the city. We shut down the...
Yeah,
They're
I
the
got
ones
the
that can
red.
show all that shit, man. You know?
Yeah, I got red.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm going to turn this way.
It says, verse 7, for if that first covenant had been faultless,
See
then
that?
should no place have been sought for the second.
See that? That's what. Now look at us. Yo, we're in sin. That's crazy. That's the spirit. We was just talking about that earlier, man. We're sinners, man.
Right.
We're in the flesh. This flesh is sin, man. It's prone to sin. That's why the scriptures always tell you, deny the flesh, man. That's why you're supposed to fast. as much as you can get away from this flesh, you're supposed to do it. And I know I think dude might be an Edomite. He could be a Jake. I don't know. But when he told me, because we were talking, he said, yo, man, he said, you lost some weight. I said, yeah, man. I said, I really don't be eating like that. I said, then like overnight, this is that third. And he was like, damn. He was like, you know what, man? He said, every weekend. He said, either every Saturday or every weekend. He said, man, he said, I fast. I said, fast. He's like, I'm scared to catch cancer. I said, oh, shit. He's like, because a lot of
all that
things,
stuff in the food.
yeah, that's what he said. And I looked at him like, I said, man, he just said some shit, bro. You know? He said, I'm scared to catch that. Even eating vegetables and all that.
Right, it's all
still
contaminated.
had that,
Even the water.
Okay. So even though, but that's a great mindset that he had. When he said like fasting, I said, oh shit. Like that was dope.
Well, the America's got this gluttony spirit too. You got to eat 3 to 5 times a day.
God.
No, you don't.
No, at all.
Right.
That's why
Yeah.
I brought this. Like, yo, man, you lost weight, look good. Yeah, nigga.
Stop eating
I
that
really
trash.
don't eat
all
We
day.
all
Then I
got-
noticed like when I eat certain stuff, my stomach is, I'm like, hold up, man.
Yeah.
I can't eat that shit, man. You know?
They do all them food contests.
Right.
Oh, they be fucking
That's
that
like
shit up.
glutton.
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
guts,
yeah.
man. I seen this dude, his name, garbage disposal. Brandon something. But
What's his
yo,
name?
that's because of the garbage disposal.
Yeah, that's
And yo, he eats anything. He
Dang.
literally eats anything.
wow.
Any challenge you got for that nigga, he be killing that shit. I'm just looking at this nigga like, nigga, you eating this fast,
Yeah.
all this food. I said, one day you're gonna eat that shit, and it's not even good food.
Right.
You're gonna have a heart attack at that
Yeah.
fucking table.
That's how wicked this guy is, right? You try to supposed to eat to live. You eating and you going to die
Right, yeah.
because of all the chemicals that he put in this food, man.
Yeah. The food is banned in all these different countries.
Yeah. Hey, man, you better get this out of here.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 8, for finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh,
Mm.
when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
Right. Yo, and that hasn't happened yet. So those new covenant niggas,
Right.
yo, we're in a new covenant. No, you're not. Because if you was in a new covenant, you wouldn't be out here on the highways and hedges teaching. That's
Right.
for one. Then everybody would know the name,
Yeah.
the Father and the Son. And on top of that, we would be rulers.
And there will be no distinction, right? There'll be no difference.
Right, yeah.
We'd all be teaching the same thing
That's right. That's right.
Right.
and know everything,
That's right.
right?
Yeah.
We don't know
I don't know.
everything,
That's dope.
you know?
Right.
And it's not for everybody, too. Everybody alights. That's what I call it. Everybody alights. It's for everybody. No, it ain't. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, that's right. That's the
It's
truth.
for the Israelites.
That's right.
Right.
That's right, bro. You got it, bro.
It says, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of
See
Egypt.
that? Yo, that was back
And what people was that? The Israelites.
Right.
Like, come on, man. If you trying to convince somebody this is for everybody, well, good luck with that. You know, and keep that to yourself. And any suckers that think that that's the case, hey, we gonna let you have it. We ain't gonna argue with you. What we gonna argue about? You believe what you believe and stand on it. We gonna believe what we believe and stand on
That's
it.
right. Yo, that's heavy that you said that. But I was talking to my boss. What was this? This was and then, yo, and what I'm about to say, like, you never know who really watching you, for sure. And how they take you or perceive you, right? So he was like, man, he's like, yeah, I'm Muslim on Thursday. He's a fucking jokester. He's like, man, he said, I've been around my homies from the sandbox. He said, I never saw them bump their head on the ground 5 times a day to pray, and this, that. And he was like, I was telling, he's like, yeah, but I was saying, he's like, yeah, the guy Mike that worked at my job, he's an Israelite. I'm like, oh shit. I'm listening to him. He's like, no, he a real Israelite. I was like, what you mean? He's like, cause you go out there every week, you be teaching, you be doing your videos, you stand on this. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
So people really watch, man.
right,
You know?
right.
He did like, and that's your spirit. You know? We all fall short, man. But it's the
Right.
way people looking like, there was something different about that guy. He's not
That's
the
right.
same. That's what you want to hear, man. You know, you don't want to be like everybody, man. You know, the masses of the people is following destruction.
Yeah, hey, what does it say? Follow not a multitude.
That's right. To do evil. That's right.
Yeah.
But to hear something like that, and the scriptures say, let another man's mouth praise.
Right.
So when you hear shit, and I'm like, damn, bro, you be sending me little videos and little stuff like that. But it's like, to hear it come out his mouth is like, damn.
That's motivation.
Hey.
It's a form of
And that's what made me even more convicted for last week. And I was tired, man. You know? What you got it, brother?
All right. It says, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers
That's right.
in the day when I took them by the hand to
Right.
lead them out of the land of Egypt,
Yeah.
because they continued not in my covenant,
Yeah.
and I regarded them not, saith Yahweh. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith Yahweh, I will put my laws into their minds
See that?
and write them in their hearts.
And that's rich right there. That's the money you want.
Right.
Because you can go to these schools and all they do is they tell you, yo, it's two different societies here. It's a lot of different worlds in this place. So the ones that go to these schools, they're teaching you how to work for the ones that control them.
Right.
You're just a slave.
Yeah.
And you gotta pay money to go. So you're paying them for them to teach you some bullshit.
Right.
If you want a
And they
good
just
job,
sit back,
do
yup,
this.
Yup.
Do that.
Yep. And they show you how to be a good employee. Yes,
Yeah.
master. And the more compliant you are with these schools and that's where you get your degrees and your different criteria, man.
Yeah.
But you got the alumni. I'm an alumni of Temple. Bill Cosby, all that. Where that gets you, nigga? You did all this shit and you still got locked up for a fucking Edomite bitch.
Right.
If she wasn't Edomite. You can't do what they did, man. Jeremiah told you, man. You see what this right here, that's right here that's gonna be the richness that we're gonna have. Not the riches of this earth, man. Because look at it now, what they're trying to do, they're trying to change the whole money situation. So it's going from fiat currency, a currency as far as petrodollar to the check. That's what you mentioned earlier. That's why Yahweh Shah said, render to Caesar what is Caesar's. Because it's in his hand to be able to do these things, right? Until the Lord comes back and takes it all away, and then they're going to have to render to us what's ours.
That's right.
You know,
And you should be able to see the fall of this wicked kingdom,
that's right.
right?
It's inevitable.
And nobody's scared of you.
That's right. Yeah.
Iran over there getting busy
Yo, is that? Biz.
and giving you the business.
How my man said it.
Giving you the business.
Lil Jamal, he said, because I get busy.
Yeah. Hey, over there, tear all your stuff
Yeah,
up.
and rightfully so.
Hey.
Rightfully so. You know, because look what they did to the daughter's father. You know, the general that was in there.
All right.
You know, and yo, even that, his money ain't safe.
No.
You know,
Yeah, palaces all over everywhere, right?
that ain't saving.
No.
That's what we talking about.
No.
All that money that you niggas got, that shit don't mean nothing because in one day, 1 second, they can shut this whole system down.
Right.
Look at Venezuela with all the money they had over there flowing through the streets. And that was money that they used to use to buy shit. Now they're making fucking arts and crafts out of it, man. Weaving baskets with the money that they had.
And in terms of all that oil they got, that is a rich nation. But look at what's happening.
Yeah.
They was over there eating their kids.
Damn, it was a woman that just did that shit. I think she was from London. She ate a 4-month-old kid. She ate the child and called the cops and was laughing and told them what she did. They came and locked her dumb ass up. And that's showing you even more too. The love of many is waxing cold.
Yeah.
You know, just a little bit more on that, brother.
Come.
Bring
It
that out,
says, for this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yahweh.
After what days? The days that we in right now.
Right.
You know, because this has to pass by. What the old heads always say, this too shall pass. You know? That's a motivational saying right there.
See, and that's why when the prophets back then spoke about the latter days, it's talking about now.
Right.
not the end of that kingdom.
Right.
You'll say,
Right.
you know, it's a future tense.
Right.
Prophecy.
But they didn't know how to. They described it to the best of their ability
Right.
within that time.
Right.
You know, just like with, you said a lot of days, but then you speak about like Esther, for example. He said about the arrows shot from one end of the earth to another.
Right.
So
Right.
that right there, you know, what arrow? Come on, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Not like that.
let's not be simple.
Right. Exactly.
You probably can't even shoot that shit 100 yards.
Yeah. He just described what it appeared to be as in his day.
They look like
In his day, this is what this looked like. In my day, that's how I'm going to describe it. So that in the latter days, at the end of time, what was written aforetime was written for our learning. That's why no other book can mate with this Bible.
That's right.
No other book has prophecies in it.
That's right.
And we're seeing the prophecies rolling right now.
Right. If you're a Muslim right now and you still claim that, you're a fucking fool. The Lord has blinded you.
Yeah, the Lord
greatly.
did that. That's how you know the Lord did
Yeah,
that.
That's right. He blinded you greatly. There's still a lot of niggas in Philadelphia like that. I just look at them, like, nigga. Y'all
Yeah.
got what they say they got a zero with a little bit.
Hey, man, it's just like Michael Jackson said. A, B, C.
Yeah.
It's the easiest. One, two, three. You know what I mean? That's how simple this book.
Yeah, it's a fucking child can
Right.
understand this. That's why the Lord said you gotta be like babes again.
Yeah,
To be able to relearn things. Because you've been filled with so much garbage, man.
Yeah,
right.
and that's why Yahweh Shai made simple parables. You know,
Yeah,
gives
God,
you, an example.
Yo, and it was so smooth. I'm still in the gospel, going through the scriptures of the day and everything. But the way things Yahweh Shai said it was like, damn, you ain't understand what I can say to you.
Right.
It's a plain saying,
Yeah.
you know. He just spit some bars for you, like, damn, you ain't understand my metaphor.
Yeah, right. You know, Jake, they
Like
love that.
Redman shit back in the day. He said some shit. I still
That
be
nigga,
like,
you know,
hold
yeah.
up, bro. The fuck he said? Yeah,
Rewind.
yo, 30 years later. He's like, oh, hold on. He said, what? They said like Bruce Lee riding the Fuji in the movie. He said, if you don't understand, he said, laugh now. They'll figure that shit out when you get home. That's how these niggas is, man.
And that's how we know this is a perfect gift from Yahweh Shai.
Right,
Because once he puts that spirit on us,
right.
right, and we do get it,
Mhm.
we still trying to figure out what the hell they don't get.
That's right.
But don't you get? It is really that simple. That's how we know this is a spiritual thing, and the Lord has blinded us.
And it's wild because
Right.
you can have someone that's going to school for engineering.
Yeah.
They know the molecular how to do all of that. But yeah, you tell them something very simple.
Very simple.
With the moon phase.
Right.
I bug them out.
Yeah.
You got a
Because
lot
what
of
it says, the
dudes.
scripture say, what's that scripture, brother? Where it speaks about the wise things are confounded in this world.
Yeah.
Foolishness of this world is made wise.
Foolishness is it's made wild.
Because all the things that we do is foolish in the world. That's why, like, when we first started coming out, I know when I first started, a lot of people was like, oh, bro, I'm trying to get a job.
Right.
He just out here.
Right.
I'm like, nigga, you don't even know I got a job.
Right.
So we just stole those, right?
Right.
We just
We sacrificed our time to come here on Saturday while y'all want to shop. We out here to store.
Yeah, when y'all go shopping, partying, and bullshit, and doing all that other stuff. So you're gonna mock and scoff, but hey, guess what? You mark yourself, man.
Right. It's
You
like
mark
them niggas
yourself.
from the week, man.
Right.
Hope the Lord help
shit,
you,
for
Lord.
real, for real. This is the real job.
Right.
But it says,
This the
make
work.
therefore to enter into that rest.
For that.
It's that Hebrews 11, 8
Yo,
and 11.
and that penny is way more than what they pay.
Right.
And the Lord just said, that's why I use a penny. That's a small thing.
Right.
It's basically damn, like if you just
It's
small.
small, but it's
That's crazy. The
Hey.
Lord uses small things.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
Yo, God.
It says, "For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yahweh.
Right.
I will put my laws into their minds
See that?
and write them in their hearts,
That's right.
and I will be to them a power,
See that?
and they shall be to me a people."
And who gonna fuck with you after that?
Right.
Once the one that created everything says, yo, this is my people, and he backs them.
Right.
Who the Lord backing right now is elect. And the 1/3. That's why I can't no harm or nothing come to him. Because he has his hand on him, man.
Yeah.
You know? So when he backs the whole nation, ain't no other nation gonna come at you. That's what y'all niggas don't understand. You know? You got it, bro.
And we can see the power shift too.
That's right.
Because let this be 100 years ago.
Would have killed us.
Right?
Nah,
It would have been lawful.
Yeah, yep. And made a poster of it.
Right.
A postcard.
Right.
Yo, we just killed this nigga and a picnic, everybody come and take a picture.
Right.
And
Smiling and stuff like that.
And
Yeah,
asking
yeah.
for parts of your body.
Right.
For souvenirs. and
Right.
shit.
That's how we know the power shift.
Yeah, that's crazy. I heard an old head in Newark, New Jersey, something like that. Yeah, when we was out there teaching in Newark one time, an old head, he was a fast one. He was like, damn. He said, man, this is crazy. I said, yeah, what you mean, brother? He said, man, 50, 60 years ago, something like 70 years ago, and that's not even a long time.
Right.
He said, man, they would have killed us for speaking what y'all speak. I
Right.
said, oh, shit.
And what's the elder that passed? That would give them hell.
Oh, Ariana?
He would be cussing them the hell out.
Oh, the Ariana?
No, on like Wall Street. The elder that would, I mean, he'd be tearing them, eating my suck, cursing them out.
Talking about Bun Lawyer?
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Yo.
Yo, that's my guy.
I mean, he wouldn't
Rest
let
in
up.
peace, man.
He would press them.
He talked to the one eating my son. He's like,
Right.
shut up, shorty.
Yeah.
He's coming at the Amalek. I used to do it.
Yo. Oh.
High priest Bun Lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a Levite.
Man. He, yo.
I used to
Played no games.
That's one of the dudes I first started learning from.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He's one of the first guys I ever heard. You know, and with him, that brought me to Great Millstone.
Huh.
You know, well, the teachers.
Yeah.
That's why it's heavy for when the timing of when this word came out, going back to what the 60s, Papa Baby,
Right.
right on point, you know.
Right. Right. You know.
You go old head right here. I'm gonna ask you. See your answer.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, excuse me. Can I ask you a question? Say about let's go back about 70 years.
70 years.
Yeah, about 70 years. Would so-called black men be able to stand out here and talk boldly about their oppressors without getting backlash or getting killed or lynched? Will we be able to do that?
70 years ago.
Yeah.
Without a mob coming out here and running us across town.
I'm trying to think. I
You
was
know
7 years old then.
See,
I grew
okay.
up in North Carolina.
Okay, so you're down south, so you know.
Yeah.
So how was it down there growing up in North Carolina?
See, I grew up in the country.
Right.
Farm.
Okay. Farm.
Yeah, I didn't grow up in the city. In the city, people hang out. Like,
Because you couldn't.
Yeah.
But that's his point.
See that?
We
said
couldn't.
people in the city hang out like that.
Right. Because we couldn't.
That's
We
right.
get caught in them sundown towns, right?
Mhm.
Better get yourself up on my ground here.
Yeah.
matter of fact, I just brought a book on sundown time. I got to read.
See?
Mm.
See that?
That's
See
spirit.
that?
That's the spirit.
See
bro.
that?
Hey,
I
man.
got to read.
That's the spirit,
See
bro.
that?
Well, but you can't do what we doing right now, right? That's what we're talking about. If you all right, make it even more simple. Say if I was to see a white man back then, I'm like, yo, you a devil. What you think they would do to me? I'd call him a devil. Tell him, yo, you a devil, man. What would they do to me? Your face said,
Yeah, exactly.
He's like,
He's like, oh, poor guy.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Man, I speak
I
like
told
that.
him not to say that.
Well, the face said it all, brother.
Uh-huh.
See, when I grew up, being on the farm, you see people who driving up and down the highway. You don't know him,
Mhm.
but you see him.
Yeah.
So you walking down the road, white man pass by there. Get in.
Mm.
So you get in the car, he give you a ride.
Mm.
You don't know the name, but you see him all the time.
Yeah.
You know they ain't gonna harm you. Type.
Looked like he was working on them farms. Look at the hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't
That's a
familiar-
working man's hand.
Right.
You're not familiar with that car.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. Because like where I grew up, you knew about everybody.
Yeah.
You know, you see their cars and
Small
all that
town,
kind of
yeah.
stuff. But you didn't know nobody. Now you that's a different story.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, guys.
All right, bro.
Yeah, take it easy, man. God bless you, bro.
Yeah.
You and your family, brother.
All right, brother.
Man. Okay, hey, man, that's the brother told the truth.
Yeah.
I was like, put his head down. He's like,
Yeah.
yo, you know what? And that's what would you call that? Like a traumatic experience.
Yeah.
Because that's the way he was raised. And that's
Right.
crazy. That's said 70 years ago.
He said he was 7.
He was 7 years old. That's crazy.
77. 77.
Come on, man. Would the Lord say 70 times 7?
Woo.
That's how he's supposed to forgive your brother. But nah, that was interesting, though.
Right.
That's how he put us in. I'm like,
Right. Because he knew you was a goner.
yeah.
Done.
He didn't even have to answer.
Right.
His body language gave everything, man.
Yep.
You know?
And it would have been legal.
Yep, yeah.
He would do it in broad daylight
That's right. Yep.
and bring a gathering together.
Yep.
That's what Jake don't understand. You were nothing but a property. And you still are, but it was absolutely lawful because you were the property.
And what they broke the law was like leaving us hung till the sunset.
Oh, yeah.
They let
Yeah.
us there.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
died.
Yo, what's that John Nas at? Yo, Denny Zachariah on the phone. Switch the spirit. Since that came, we about to get out of here. I didn't even know he was out of there. Hey, man, that's a spirit, right? Brother Robert King spirit shifted. Oh, man.
Hey, Paul, how long y'all about
Okay. Yo, guys, grab Lamentations 4:17. Because, yo, just what the man said, what we was just asking. Like, yo, if we was back then, you know, we called them crackers and all that. But they openly call, yo, you nigger. And then they belittled you, man. You know? They belittled the shit out of you. Even fucking Elvis, dumbass. He had enough sense to say, like, yo, the so-called Negroes, like, he was basically going into how the Lord is a so-called black man. And they printed him out to be prejudiced. He's supposed to be, dog. Fuck them niggas. This is their land. This is their kingdom. They can have it. You shouldn't even want no parts of this place, man. Of course, you gotta get your daily bread. You gotta work. You gotta survive. You gotta maintain, man. Maintain. Occupy yourself in prophecy until your how Bashem Yahushai Bashem Harakaha Kodash comes back. You know? You got it, brother.
Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5.
Come.
It says, whose possessor slay them?
Start at verse 4.
Guilt.
Verse 4.
That's what we was just talking about. What the brother mentioned earlier. He's like, yo, they do that shit and sleep.
Yeah.
He said the sundown times. You know? They be like, oh, if you nigga, yo, and they still got it for you fucking rat niggas, man. Do what they do. They tell you when to come to do your show and what time to leave.
Right.
You can't stay no later than that.
How is it illegal for you to run away from slavery? To run away from bondage? And if they caught you, they kill you. That was illegal.
Dirty. They would do that. Cut
Yeah.
your foot off, maim you,
Right.
you know, and still make you work. And expect the same amount of production that you was doing when you had your 4 limbs, man.
Right.
That's a wicked ass nigga, man.
Use you as an example.
So what
for
the-
rest.
Right.
So what
Yeah.
the hell you think will happen to y'all niggas when the Lord comes back?
Kill
in
your
our
wife,
kingdom?
kill your kids.
Rape a man
Right.
in front of his wife, man. That's wicked, man. That's wicked as hell.
And all these things were lawful.
Gun.
Come on, man. So you don't think there's justice that's going to come upon this land for all the wickedness that has been done
Right.
to the Lord's people?
That's right, brother. That's right.
You ought to be out of your mind.
That's right.
You done lost your, what's my
They
grandfather's
outside
rabbit
their
ass mind.
Yeah.
Hey.
Figure it out, bro.
It says, verse 4, Zechariah chapter 11, verse 4. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, my God, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty.
That's right.
And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord Yahweh, for I am rich,
That's right.
and their own shepherds pity them not.
That's right. So our own shepherds. Who is the shepherd? When you go in the book of Psalms, the 23rd chapter, Malak the Wise, he said, what? The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. So now you got these shepherds that set up in these churches. They don't pity you. They don't care about you. All they want to do is line their pockets. They care about themselves. They care about the mammon more than the message is coming from Yahweh Shem. Ba'ashem Arakakwadas. And that's why they set up like that. To keep your mind going astray. To keep you not serving your Lord. Once you serve your Lord, guess what? You're doing a great thing, man. And He'll have mercy on you. Go ahead, bro. There's a lot of shepherds out here, but they all don't pity the flock, right?
Verse 6. For I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord.
Right.
But lo, I will deliver the men, everyone into his neighbor's hand, and into the hand of his king,
God.
and they shall smite the land, and out of their hand I will not deliver them.
Right. So, the Lord is about to deliver a lot of you niggas into the hands of your enemies. Because what? What are you doing? Matter of fact, look at prime example, look at Esau. He got himself in this war that's going to be the end of him. You can't go against Iran, Russia, and all these. You just one nation, and then on top of that, all your allies are going to turn on you, man. Going in the book of Obadiah. So you just got yourself, you set yourself up for failure. But you're so prideful, you don't even see that.
Right. Hey, the Lord got him in a trick bag over there in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat.
Okay.
Right? You don't even know what you're doing over there.
That's right. That's why I said He's going to deliver you into the hands of your enemies. They're going to devour you. Go ahead, bring that out real quick, bro. The Lamentations.
4 and 5. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 5. They that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets.
Damn.
They that were brought up in scarlet embraced dunghills.
Yeah.
Woo.
Bro, read that thing. God damn.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 5.
God.
They that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets.
See, now look at this place now. They fed the abundance of food and everything. Even going into past kingdoms. Look at the Babylonians when they was running shit. They ate good, man. They had the fatness of the earth, the
Right.
new heaven, they had all that. But guess what? They was left desolate because it was a time for that to happen.
All right.
Same thing right here with Babylon. The same exact thing is going to happen, man.
All powerful kingdoms.
Exactly.
But
So-
you think you're supposed to be excluded.
That's
Come
right.
on, man.
So going into your money situation, you got all this money, but in one day you're going to be a fucking broke ass nigga, man. All the billions and millions and trillions and all that you got, it's not going to profit you nothing because this place is about to be desolate. Your kingdom is about to be desolate, and a new kingdom is being set up, man.
Your power is gone.
Exactly.
You have no power.
Right, without that money. That's
Hey.
why, I'm weird for this, man. But I remember when I was locked up, right? I used to be like, man, you know what? While we in here, so we all got on the same clothes. I said, everybody, you got to look at everybody the same. All that money you had out there and all this just you talking this, you don't got none of those cars, none of these women. That nigga, it's just you in here, you getting money from the streets or whatever. But yo, you're an inmate, nigga.
Right.
You know?
Because if you were that powerful, you'd have taken down Iran in one day,
Yeah, exactly.
in 1
Yo,
hour.
real right. Exactly.
Right? Since you want to be like the Most High,
Yeah.
you would have taken them down in
Hey,
1
yo,
hour.
That's crazy. That's how the Lord's about to show his power.
Yeah.
As great as this kingdom was and is, you know, it's falling.
It is
And
falling
the Lord is showing
hard.
you, and the Lord is showing you how much greater He is
Right.
than this place that He set up.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The riches ain't gonna profit you nothing.
Yeah. Ain't nobody trying to hear it either. They
That's
don't
right.
care about the dollar.
That's right.
Hey, what was they using the dollar for? Fireplace.
Yeah,
Like the ass.
Yeah, burning
They
that
gonna be
money.
eating that shit.
Yeah.
Using it for insulation if
Yeah.
it's cold outside.
Yeah.
Because the scriptures tell you, go pray that your flight not be in the
In the
winter,
winter.
nor on the Shabbat, man. You know? That was it on that, brother. Grab Isaiah 2:1, and then grab the
Classic.
yes sir. Because yo, they ain't have no pity on us, so why should the Lord have pity on them?
Right.
And when you start speaking like that, they get angry. You couldn't say that back then. That's what we was talking to the old head about. Like, yo, back then, like 70 years ago. That's crazy. He said he was 7 years old, so he was a little boy coming up in a society like that.
Yeah.
That's why he still has that mentality like,
So he had to be 77 years old. Because you
no,
asked him,
God.
you told him 70 years ago.
Right. He
He
said
said
7.
That's
that means
crazy.
he had to be
70, he's
77.
77 right now. Yeah.
That's the year I was born, man. 77.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
And yo, a little nigga that was walking across the street earlier, he had on the well, they've been popular lately. The hoodies, the brown hoodies that say 1977 on them. I've been peeping out. I'm like, damn, why everybody wearing 1977? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Heavy.
God damn, I didn't even peep that.
Heavy.
I got it in the NLT too.
Go ahead, brother. Brother was shot.
Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1. It says, in the NLT, it says, what sorrow awaits the unjust judges and those who issue unfair laws.
Y'all see that? Like we was going back, what the brother said earlier. With the older brother that was out here, they did unjust laws to us, man. It was legal to hang us, man.
Right.
The picnic. They used to have like how you said zoo now.
Yeah,
They would have Jake in it. Like the joint when you used to do you throw the baseball at the joint and you hit it and the person sits on
Dang.
yeah, and
Yeah,
explodes
to
into-
the
That used
water.
to be Jake's face. The target was a Jake's face, man. A baby. So look at everything that they did to us,
Right.
man. So now once we speak on it, now we're the bad guys. No, we just pointing out the truth, man.
Justice will be served.
That's right.
You know, through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy, Yahweh Bashim Shah, justice must be served. Thus saith Yahweh Bashim Shah.
Right.
But this is going to be the real restoration.
Yo, well, my man said on that Biggie song, he said, and revenge is a dish I serve the cats cold. Stare upon them by tenfold. Yo, that's what the Lord is about to do. He's about to deliver that revenge. Man. Listen to that song, The Big Payback, from James Brown. You think the Lord is going to put you in situations and allow things to happen to his the apple of his eye?
All right.
You know, and he's not going to render judgment to them. If you don't believe that, then you out your goddamn mind. That means you don't really trust in the Lord. And all he's doing is testing you, man. Just like a parent. If you're a parent, you have a child, you're going to test your child to see, like, yo,
Right.
you worthy of this?
And hey, this is written in stone in D.C.
That's right.
from Thomas Jefferson. He said, I tremble for my country
Yo, I remember that.
when I reflect that God is just,
See that? Yo,
that
damn.
his justice cannot sleep forever.
See that? And that's an Edomite telling you that shit,
Right.
man. That's the Edomite son. He said he trembled. Yo, what's the scripture? He said the power shall stand in fear. Second Ezra, the 16th chapter.
It is carved in stone
Come on,
in
man.
D.C.
Come on,
He
yo.
said, I tremble.
That's the nation's capital. He said yo, read that again. And that's coming out the damn devil's mouth.
Right.
So you can't, they know.
Yeah, they know.
But guess what? He's going to be back. You know, he's going to slavery.
Yeah.
All them niggas, all them kings of Babylon, they going to slavery, man. They ain't escaped nothing, man. Only thing now, when they did, all they knew in this lifetime was power. Like a David Rockefeller and dudes like that already went to the spirit world. All you knew in this lifetime was power. So all you're going to know in your next lifetime when you come back is slavery. The power is going to be stripped from your mind. You never even going to know that you was in power.
Yeah, because we're going to wake up like it was a nightmare.
Exactly. Just like we don't know that we was in power. Now we come back telling you, and we're telling you where you're going in the next kingdom.
Yeah.
And guess what? Your children are going to be the ones that be the first ones that's going to be in slavery because you built up all this for them and it was stripped from you. That's why that man said he trembles.
Right.
And it wasn't another saying where I think it was Abraham Lincoln or somebody said maybe it might have been Jefferson. Where he said I think it was Lincoln. He said that the children of them was going to wake up homeless or something like that.
So that trading places move.
Yeah, come.
Right?
Yeah.
Jefferson said, I tremble for my country
Power so standing.
when I reflect that God is just and that his justice cannot sleep forever.
Come on, that's a heathen telling you that.
Justice
But you niggas don't even believe that. What did Abraham Lincoln say about the waking up of the homeless in America? I think it was that. All right, matter of fact, what president said that the people in America will wake up homeless without clothes? Oh shit, it was Jefferson. That was Jefferson you just
Yeah.
Yeah, yo, Jefferson was on some shit. Hold on. All right, here it goes. And now it's this is what it was. Jefferson made this statement also. It says a fake quote, but this was said. It says the text: if the American people ever allow private banks to control the issues of their currency, first by inflation, then by deflation, the banks and corporations that will grow up around them will deprive the people of all property until their children wake up homeless on the continent their fathers conquered.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he said he trembled too. You know? So this dude already knew, man. And guess what? The Lord could give him an insight because what he did to Alexander the Greek. Told him where he was going to conquer and all that. Came to him in a dream. The Lord, he controls in the kingdom of men, man. So that's why he was trembling because you don't know what the Lord gave vision to that man. Of him probably being asleep, waking up in cold sweats and shit. You know?
And they got the documents. He was of the elite at that time.
Man.
So you know they got the
Come on,
documents.
man. And that's why they still reading them, trying to figure out how they going to survive this. Go ahead, bro. We got the classic, right?
Okay.
Verse 2, it says they deprived, the prophet Isaiah chapter 10 verse 2, they deprived the poor of justice and denied the rights of the needy among my people. They prey on widows and take advantage of orphans.
That's right.
What will you do when I punish you, when I send disaster upon you from a distant land? To whom will you turn for help? Where will your treasures be safe?
That's right, yeah. So all that money that you stockpiling on, Just like what you read earlier, right? When the Lord, the man that said he had enough, he was basically for, he had enough to live for tomorrow and this and that. And the Lord required his soul at that night, man. So your riches don't profit nothing. The Lord is looking at the needy, the people that need help, man. You know, the pure in heart, the weak, the mean. He ain't going after nobody that's own all these buildings because their pride is too much, man. You know, when you come to serve the Lord, you got to come with a humble heart. You can't be prideful at all, because he ain't come prideful. He came as a man, and everybody, not everybody, but the majority of his people rejected him. And he was the greatest spirit, man. So that shows the mindset of the people, man. You know?
It says, you will stumble along as prisoners and lie among the dead. But even then, Yahweh, the Lord, Yahweh's anger will not be satisfied. His fist is still poised to strike.
That's right, yeah. Meaning when he spoke a thing, when the king speaks something, he's bound by his word. He can't change it. No matter, even if it makes him angry or frustrates him, he spoke it and he has to stand on it. That's the difference between a real man and somebody just running their mouth. You got to stand on principles and business, morals. And that's what we're given through the law, statutes, and commandments. You know? You got it, brother.
This book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in his right hand or in his forehead. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast.
So what the brother's saying about the mark is going into the RFID microchip, which is going to be your new currency. I just seen a video with what it says, the size of a grain of rice, but now they've said they was putting it in the rice. So when you eat it, it's already in. That's how wicked this man is.
Wicked.
You know? And not even tell you. So, hey, man, but the scriptures warn you with this stuff.
All right.
And the only one that's going to be protected from that is his elect.
All right.
Because they got all type of schemes and plots and everything that they're doing.
All right.
You know?
No. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Right.
Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man.
Right.
And his number is 603 score and 6.
Right, 666. Or in the Greek, Kasas 50. You know? And that's what they have on the barcode. That's 666. Basically, what they're trying to do is make you their property. They want you to bow down to them completely, and that they control all your finances. Everything is going to be on that chip your whole life. It's like you got the phones now. Everybody put their whole life in the phone. When you lose a phone, you go crazy. Oh my God, I can't find my phone. You got your debit card on there. You got this on there. You got everything.
Right.
You know. So when you lose it, that's why people be stealing phones. So what they going to do? Oh well, let's put this chip in them. You know. Guess what? We can alleviate that. But remember that movie we saw a while back when he was on Susquehanna with the dude? He had the chip in his hand. He was trying to. He had to get in his car. He had to use his chip for everything. Dude ended up cutting his hand off. Killed him. So that's what happened too, man. You know. There's a lot of hell coming to Babylon. A lot of hell. And guess what? Whatever judgment that the Lord has for you, you're going to fall into that. It will behoove you to turn to the Lord now before the days of evil, and the days are growing evil and evil every single day, man. So you gotta pay attention. So Lord's willing, this was edifying. You got something out of it. Till next week, we're gonna give all praise,
honor, and glory
to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Wadash.
Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the millstone. Shalom to the elect. Next week, Wafa Baba Ball.
Wafa Baba.
Kwam Yashua.
Kwam Yashua.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Oh, snap. What happened?
They didn't give me my check. My address is 315 South 4th Street, Madison.